Welcome back to our how-to series on the Climatiq Excel add-in. Today, we'll be looking at how to make freight shipping calculations using the Climatiq Excel plugin. Climatiq's freight feature helps you calculate shipping emissions with precision across road, rail, sea, and air using real-world routing data from OpenStreetMaps, Here Maps, Eurostat, and more. If Google Maps can find it, we can definitely find it. We automatically identify the closest ports, terminals, and hubs to your shipments, calculate emissions from fuel combustion, well-to-tank energy, and even hub transshipments, ensuring full journey coverage. All calculations align with the GHG framework, are certified by the Smart Freight Center, and are audited for ISO 14083 compliance. You can also use any kind of location input. Addresses, coordinates, city names, IATA or low codes, we cover them all. To get started, you first need to download the demo file from our website and set your API key. You can learn how to do this in previous videos in this how-to series. We can now open our demo file onto the freight sheet. For example, let's say we wanted to ship 250 kilograms of cargo by air from a warehouse in Barcelona to Hamburg's biggest warehouse district. We can start by simply entering our start and end destinations into the spreadsheet. So our start point, I've put a warehouse address in Barcelona, and we're ending in Hamburg. We then need to choose our mode of freight shipment. This can be either air, road, rail, or sea. For this example, let's input air. We can now enter the weight and unit of the cargo being shipped. For the direct route option, if we set this to true, it means that we want to see no intermediary journeys within this trip, and we would want to see just the emissions from Barcelona Airport to Hamburg Airport. If we set it to false, then the pre- and post-legs will be considered in the calculation. This could be, for example, the cargo transportation from the warehouse in Barcelona to the Barcelona Airport and the transport from Hamburg Airport to a warehouse in Hamburg. If we want to see just the CO2e value in our results with no additional information, we can set ShowDetails to false. If we want a full breakdown of the emissions, distances, methodology, and any notices in the output, we set it to true. Now it's time to calculate. We do this by using one of Climatiq's formulas within Excel. We can access the formulas by clicking the equal sign and selecting the Intermodal Freight formula. We can now input our freight shipment data into the formula to make the calculation. We separate the data with a comma or a semicolon, depending on your Excel settings, and close with a bracket. We can hit enter, and as we can see, detailed emissions results have been outputted. We have the kilograms of CO2 equivalent, the distance between the start and end destinations, a description of the emission factor and methodology used, as well as the route that was identified and used in the calculation. As we can see in the route, there's a breakdown of the in-between pre- and post-leg journeys that were made between the warehouses and airports by road. For quick batch calculations of shipment data in one file, you can simply pull down the freight calculation across all the rows, and you can get instant carbon emission calculation results. It is important to note that if you've looked at our Intermodal Freight API endpoint, you can customize the code to specify more detailed input parameters. For example, if you're looking to cover more legs in a single shipment, specify if cargo is refrigerated, maybe in a dedicated cargo plane, or even add more details on the vehicle type for road freight, this can be done within the API code. With flexible leg-by-leg journeys and full source traceability, our freight calculations bring transparency and accuracy to every shipment. That's all you need to know about freight calculations using Climatiq's Excel sheet. To learn more about the different calculations you can make using the add-in, please continue to the next video in this how-to series. I'll see you in the next video.